Right here. We started this shit. Look at this. Look around you. None of this was here before. None of this was here. None of this was here before. We built this. Look around you. Look around you. We built this. We built this city on rock and roll podcast.
Yeah, fuck it. It's another part of the same episode of the Us podcast that you've been watching. Woo woo!
Border Bash episode. Here we go. Fifth interview of the day.
Yeah, dude. Fifth. We're on a marathon, dude, and we're not done yet. We are here with our homie Welfair. Hello!
Finally, she's finally in the pod.
Finally on the pod.
I'm great. How are you?
You're doing great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys.
How are you both?
You just performed, so tell me.
I did.
So you're super sweaty. Your heart's racing.
I am very sweaty, yes.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to doing after this show?
Taking a shower.
Hell yeah, dude. Shower. I'm usually a morning shower person, but like
Really?
when I've done like a lot of activities, like
You like morning
I
showers?
love morning showers. That's the only way I can wake up.
I only do those when I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
I try to avoid them as much as possible.
Absolutely.
If I don't shower, I feel like I stink all day.
Well, I shower like in the middle of the day or
Yeah.
at night. Like that's like the cool, cause it's not that cold. We're really talking about showering right now.
You low key? Okay, fine. Let's end it on this note. Just low key, I don't like laying in my bed dirty. Like I would rather it be clean. That's just me though. That's just me.
I feel
no
you.
shade.
I don't
That's
mind.
just me.
Well, it's true. When you
I don't know, I think about that
when you
kind of
gotta
shit.
get up like this, I mean, it's gotta be like, damn, like you gotta.
Oh,
take
I
it
definitely
all
always,
off.
well, not always, but I definitely try to hold myself to that standard of removing my makeup before I go to bed, yes.
Is that how long does that take?
Probably about a good half hour.
Because the thing is, I want to talk about that particular, because this is very like this thing you do with your eye, like this is very much your look.
I just wake up like this.
Yeah, it's like this is how my skin is.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I was born this way.
That's cool. I love this look.
Oh, tight.
Dude, get this shit tattooed so it can be real.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell
It needs to be
no.
like.
Bring that back. My aunt and shit has like the tattooed eyebrows and stuff. Should we just bring that back?
Where did you get that from?
What?
Yeah, this is just.
My makeup?
Yeah. How did?
It's just-
What's the inspo for all of
It's
this?
just I'm just expressing myself, man. I just feel like sometimes it's a line, sometimes it's just dots, sometimes it's like nothing, just shadow, sometimes it's just liner. It varies, but I'm a natural squinter. I squint a lot.
Me too.
And I feel like my eyes are naturally slanted as well, so I feel like people think I'm high all the time.
Same,
I'm not.
same
I
energy,
swear
dude.
I'm
Got
not.
you.
Like, I'll be taking pictures, and they'll just be like, "Can you like open your eyes more?" And I'm like, "Dude, like I'm seeing clearly, so this is as far as it goes. Like I don't know what more you want me to do. And I have to go like this, and I look fucking stupid."
Oh, this is a jam. I'm sorry, but yes, I've learned a trick to do this. This opens the eyes up, tilting your head forward.
Oh no way.
But I definitely have the tendency to I'm just a natural squinter, so I just like looking like I have eyes, pretty much.
Damn.
But my shit's very, to answer your question, my shit's very inspired by like 60s makeup, very
Awesome.
like precise and clean lines.
Well, yeah,
and
no.
I'm OCD,
Fuck
so
yeah.
it's just a win-win.
I was just gonna say, cause like the look, like when you go on your Instagram, like you just like scroll through and like you have a look, you have a vibe. All your
Thank
videos,
you.
like they're different, but you could just tell they're from the same person. Where were you a year before you had all this work behind you? Cause now you have like 5 videos down.
I do, yeah. It's been a crazy year. I don't know, man. It's like what I'm talking to me right now. Like,
Yeah.
what are you waiting for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because before I would be like, oh, I'm gonna save this idea for what though? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel that.
oh, I'm gonna save this for something, and I'm very stream of consciousness, like almost everywhere, like on stage, in my writing process, in the recording process. I think the most structured it gets is like visually. If I'm working with a videographer, I mean, obviously I gotta have like a concept and all that. We can't just, freestyle.
Hey,
or
start
whatever,
recording.
Start filming me. We'll think of something.
I
Shout out to Red Heart
I
Media, by the
low-key
way.
Yes, shout out to Red Heart
And
Media.
Sarah.
You're the shit. And Sarah. And Danie.
Danie.
Shout out to Mitu. You guys fucking rock.
Boom.
I don't know if I can cuss on the show. But
Yes, you can.
We love cussing here.
We love it.
But yeah, so it's been a good time. But before this year, I had one visual out, and it was for my single Complicated, and that was from like 2016 or something. But I'm about to release my 3rd EP, so I've been doing this for almost 8 years. But
As Welfair?
As Welfair, yeah, since day one. But, just with time, I feel like in more life experience, it naturally just kind of resonates out, and I got more to say, I guess.
I feel you.
Well, I ask you. Sorry, I'm gonna finish my thought. I only ask you that because if you don't know about too much about our event, you'll notice there's a lot of greenery. Our podcast this season is season 2, so we decided to call it Level 2, and that's because Angel and I felt like as creators, we felt like we were leveling up from the last season because it just jumped in listenership. And so I think it's important for people who already love you, because there's so many of us out there, me included, who just want to learn about like.
Love you right back.
Well, because thank you. Well, because you seem like you have a secure look. You know what I mean? You have it down.
Oh, thanks.
So for some people to see that, it might seem a little. Scary is not the word, but
I'm scared right now.
intimidating.
Yeah, that's-
Intimidating. It might seem intimidating because, like, damn, like she just has it figured out. But I think it's always
Absolutely
important for
not.
people to know that it's always a quest.
You heard it here first.
Even though like you look so put together, I bet you still feel like there's still more to go. There's still more to refine.
Absolutely. There's so much shit I don't know, guys. I'm here for the first time too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like, as far as we know, we only have one life,
true.
right?
Right.
As far as we know.
Maybe.
As far as we like know, like for sure, like as far as we know, no one dead can tell us like, yo, like we got like 9
Like
more
you
lives.
get
or something,
reincarnated.
you know what I mean?
It's cool.
It's all good.
That's just my main motivation in life, to even be an artist.
I feel you. So you said you've been doing welfare for like 8 years. Like, has what welfare is or who welfare is like has that changed in these 8 years?
I have, and welfare's me, but the message hasn't. The overall message of what welfare is and why I chose the name in the first place was because I didn't think that my regular name was cool enough, and I also was just too, I was just too indecisive. So I just wanted to pick something that I knew I would believe in and support and rep forever. And what welfare is just overall it's well-being, like in all areas of life, like your welfare, our welfare, my welfare, whatever that is to you, as long as you're not hurting anybody, like, YOLO. Do people still say that?
YOLO, yeah, dude. It's a little dated, but you know what?
Tad bit.
We're bringing it
It
back.
definitely does not, but you know what I mean, like you only live once, like
do.
that's the kind of mentality, like kind of do what you want, because I mean it's your life, you know what I mean?
Be you.
You only live once.
do you.
As far as we know.
Exactly.
Yeah, as far as we know. Who knows? Man?
Some people think they're Robbie's right.
we all start
Love that
singing
music video. Speaking of music videos,
Yeah.
you just dropped one.
I did.
Yes, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of music videos,
Haha.
you just dropped one.
Yes, I did.
What's it called? And tell us a little bit about how it came together.
Okay, it's called Purple Sheets, and it's kind of about someone's purple sheets. And it's basically just the overall message of the song is to kind of value your time enough to kind of be selective with who you give it to, who you spend it with. You know what I mean? Because it sucks. It sucks learning that lesson. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I fucking
So
feel
that
you.
song's just about that, and it literally says in the song over and over and over again, which is literally what the chorus is next time I'll think you through.
That's what I always say.
So,
And we never do it.
And then the next line is purple sheets and you, but the overall message is next time I'll think it through. Period. And that can be, I feel like it can be applied to a ton of things. You know what I mean?
Ours.
Oh,
hard,
thanks.
hard fucking lessons. How do you stop? How do you know when you're giving your time to the wrong person?
That's the trick right there. Usually you can't really tell until shit starts going wrong.
Fuck
but
you over.
I feel like, I mean, there's really no way out. I feel like sometimes you just have no idea, and then there's other times where you know exactly what you're doing, and you just like don't care because you're just like whatever. Like I don't care. You know what I mean? So that was just my personal experience with something like that, and I just wrote a little bop about it.
I like that you have meanings for every one of your songs that you've written. That
I
there's
do,
like something
yeah.
behind, even down to your name. Do you feel like it's important that people understand the meaning that you intended or whatever it means to them?
No, I know what it's like just having a sense of self. You know, I just happen to be an artist, I guess, but it's just, yeah, I enjoy people's interpretations of it. That's what it's there for. I feel like art also shouldn't make any sense. I feel like it doesn't have to. I love hearing people's interpretations of songs that I wrote. And then of course it's cool if they ever hit it right on the head, but I'm just more concerned with just them connecting with it, period. You know what I mean? Because I made it low-key for me. Like, I'm doing this for me, like, so I can feel fulfilled, and everything I write about, it does have a message, and honestly, it's something that I went through, and that's how I write, is by this is how I get through my shit. You know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad. Every now and then I'll write a song where I'll just make it up from like a perspective of something, but for the most part I'm writing about something that was either hard for me to get through or I was like really stoked about. Yeah.
I thought you said when I was really stoned.
I was like, dude, full transparency. I've been staying sober for all these interviews, and
Yeah.
man,
That's amazing.
it hurts.
It's something.
It really hurts. It really hurts. No, but I mean, it's cool because I get
that's
to
dope.
be full and present. Like, this is why I want to do it, because I want to be present with
Amazing.
each one of our guests.
I'm gonna
But
pat you on the back.
thank you.
Good job, Dan.
But it is hard.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
When you were thinking of the visuals for your music video, like what were you trying to how were you trying to complement the music that you wrote with the visuals? Like, what were you thinking?
For this latest video?
Yeah, for this latest one.
Good question. So basically,
Another point for Angel. Damn it.
Anytime, like, it's kind of like a game. Like, anytime one of us asks a question and the person's like,
Just
good
kinda one-up
question.
each
I'm
other.
like,
Yeah, there's a scoreboard. Angel's winning.
okay, well, basically the song, at first I was just thinking, of course, I just thought purple because the name is Purple Sheets. But I honestly just at the time really got into this Vegas showgirl from the 70s. Her name's Lola Falana. And look her up if you don't know who she is, but she's really, really cool. She was a singer, a dancer, an actress. She was really popular back then. And she did the damn thing. She was a really good singer, phenomenal performer, and she actually has a video where they use those big ass burlesque feathers that I use in my video, and it was just heavily inspired by that specific video. I don't even think it has a name. I think it's literally just called Lola Falana, like exclamation point or something.
That's
And,
That's crazy.
It's just super you could tell it was shot on film, like but anyway, yeah, I just got really inspired by that, and I was like, damn, the color scheme of like what she used, even the feathers, was I guess kind of like a pinkish, more on the pinkish side, but I was like, yeah, I can do this, just make it like purple.
purple. Throw some purple shit on there.
Yeah, I was just really into that, so I was like, I want to do something like this, and I'm releasing a single, so Ta-da.
Fuck it, and it fucking came out fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So before we end this interview, we've been talking about who you used to be, who you are now. Tell us about who you want to be in like a year. What do you hope to accomplish? What do you hope to get done in a year?
Well, every time someone asks me this, I feel like I genuinely just want to stay inspired. I just want to stay inspired. I want to keep channeling my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I just start crying.
Is that also the Cancer?
That's absolutely. I'm
Cancer in you. Astrology.
I was just like, what?
Oh, we're getting serious. That's not funny. Okay, no.
Not funny.
Oh, I
No, I know
got
what
scared.
you
I was
mean.
like, oh no, he pissed off Welfair.
No. I don't know too much about. I don't know too much about that. I have a sister who does, and she kind of like, did
She
the whole
reads you.
thing. But all I know is that I'm on a cusp, and I'm not even sure if that's a real thing. But it's basically the borderline of two signs. So my birthday's June 21st. So some say it's the last day of Gemini, and then the others say it's the first day of Cancer. And just my observation, those two signs are completely polar opposites. So I feel like I don't make any sense ever. But yes, that's what we mean by the Cancer side of me, the very emotional, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like I naturally, with every emotion that I feel that's like heavy and that like affects me, like something that bugs me throughout the day or I'm really happy about throughout the day or whatever, I feel like I naturally want to channel it into like, I love writing songs. I love making music, and I've learned a lot about engineering and production this past 2 years. So before, I didn't know shit. I just had ideas and I could, write melodies and words and stuff. That was something that's always been natural. But now that I kind of have the tools and have the buttons and the knowledge to kind of make my vision come to life even more, it's just cooler. So I just plan on learning more, being more of an open book, and just staying inspired, and growing this vision that I have of being a better person and making better art for people to listen to.
Fucking beautiful.
As a wise filmmaker
Yeah.
once said, it's important to understand the tools that you use to create your art before you go and use them. That's Barry Jenkins for you. And I think it's smart that you use that philosophy too.
Aw, thanks.
It's an honor to have you here because we've been able to have the likes of Chris Soul on our show, Veronica Rosa. And whenever I
Amazing,
think of
love
you
her.
three ladies, I just think like, this is the future of like our scene, at least on
Powerhouse.
powerhouse. It's like show stealers,
Like, 'cause it's like not just music wise, just like the whole look, the fucking performance of it, like it's really dope. And like,
thank you.
I see you as a performer. Like, I see someone who fucking knows what they're doing and knows what they stand for. And through this interview, it's even more clear. So,
Oh,
this
thank
is
you
awesome.
so much. My pleasure. Thank you.
Of course. So now all of you know Welfair so much more better. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, we
Peep
will
our
see
music
you.
video.
Peep the music video. Watch all the music videos in a row.
Check it out.
Click that playlist.
My favorite song is Recreational, so
Same.
keep that one.
Oh,
Fucking-
nice.
That one's great.
Fucking
Thanks,
take a
thanks.
big ass bong hit while listening to that song.
Fuck it, stop.
Oh, yeah.
It's hurting. It's hurting. Being away from me. Just two more interviews. Two more interviews.
Bye. Woo, that's sneaks. Sneaky sneak. Sneak, 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 sneak.
I'm glad we got that on our fucking.
Dude, a picture of him is gonna pop out. Sneak, 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 sneak.
Love you, Sneaky.
Do y'all like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
have
dissect?
We have some taboo subjects we don't talk about.
No. Do you dissect the show after you play? Like, do you all sit around being like, all right, let's talk about?
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what
After every show?
I mean, if there's things to talk about.
If there's things to talk about, we'll talk about it. We're our own worst critics.
So when you don't have anything to say, is that a good sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
We're like, we did it.
There's usually something.
Yeah.
There's always
Always.
something.
Who's the harshest critic?
It's probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian's,
Never
Brian's,
satisfied?
The brainchild.
What is it? What do you look for in a performance
This dick.
that
No,
feels
I'm
right?
just kidding.
What the fuck you fucking say?
What would this be out
I think it's Fifi.
It wouldn't be out unless it was used. It's
Right.
definitely
Okay.
used.
Definitely you.
Hey, it's
Whose
clean.
socks are these?
It's clean.
Dude, this sock is used. Look at this heel. No, I'm gonna use the fuck out of this thing. But I'm just saying, the sock is
It's
fucking
not
you.
you.
It's sucio.
I bought those specifically
Let's
for
start.
these months.
Let's just start this shit.
Let's just start.
I'm like, Oscar, shut up! Hello, we're here with the fucking Altons. Woo!
Honestly,
We're peaking.
the band that for all intents and purposes really stole the show tonight. How does that feel, y'all? Like to see. I remember growing up as a 19-year-old and going to see I remember a specific show where there was a bus. It was kind of like
Wandering
beyond
Gypsies
the Wandering Gypsy
album
show.
release.
That's right.
Perez Tires.
And I just remember like that crowd. It was such a small sellout crowd, but like to go from that to like now where people are like literally like in herds coming to see you. What's that jump been like for y'all? Like as musicians that have just been at this for so fucking long.
That's what we've been working towards.
Beautifully said.
That is what we like.
That is.
I don't know. I think it's like is blessing the right word?
Yes.
If it's not religious, blessing in the most non-religious way.
Blessing in these skies, as we like to say.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Like, yeah, man. Like, we've been working hard. Like, we're always practicing, like, making new material. Like, we got these great musicians, Adriana and Caitlin and Joe. Like that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to like get all over the world. So yes.
Fuck
like,
yes.
Thank you to everybody who's like listening, coming out. Like tonight exactly.
Beautiful.
My Monogram right now is killing it.
Dude, hell yeah.
Like
Dude, fans of my Monogram.
yes.
My
And-
Monogram has been at it just as long as we have.
Yeah,
That's
It's
true.
just all the iterations.
They
of
were
the
our
band.
neighbors. They were our neighbors
They were our
in
neighbors in
that
the
studio.
studio.
Have you been aware of
They
that?
were in
Yeah,
the next
I
room.
Yes.
I played bass for California Sun Band for
Which
one
is,
show. Like
what my well,
yeah, my Monogram's
the
band
name
before.
Edgar.
Yeah.
The singer Edgar's like he
Yeah.
had another project, and homeboy.
Yeah, I played. It was one show though. I didn't play bass for them. I played.
But you
I
were
knew,
there.
I knew about them, and I knew like they were all in the same grind. Like they needed a show. Like it was
like-
somewhere in like the pier of like. Long
That's
Beach.
everyone's hustling.
Everybody's-
It's like
yeah.
we're all in the same music scene.
My favorite thing about today, as I've been telling Chris, just seeing everyone being like, "Oh shit, look, you're here!" I'm like, "Dude, you're playing tonight too!" Like, damn, and just everyone just being so happy to be around, like-minded and talented musicians. Like, it's
I
been
think that's respect to like Border X bringing everyone together.
Yeah,
like it's a central hub.
this
for, like,
lineup for sure.
No,
brings, like, a
and
bunch
this
of people.
lineup,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. Like,
You guys did a good job with that.
Thank you.
it's bringing
Like,
out,
we-
it's bringing
I-
out, it's bringing all the old homies.
Me personally, I've wanted to play with the tracks for a long time. And
We've
then
been
it's just,
wanting
like,
to see that.
Like it's like missing gigs and like things not working out and like everyone's busy and then like talking to them directly and they're like, dude, when are we gonna play a show? And I'm like, dude, I want it to happen too, but like everyone's super busy and it's just like,
Yeah.
and I would not like it any other way. It's like how it worked out today. Like
Yeah.
it's
Dude,
cool.
this
It's
shit is
cool that it's
fucking
your
great.
event and that like it's in the hood and like everyone's
In
here
the
and, like, they're
hood.
liking it.
Fuck
City of
yes.
Bell represent.
City of Bell. So who's actually from Bell?
Not me.
Not me.
Damn,
I'm
fake
from
ass food.
I'm from Maywood. I went to Bell. I went to Bell High School.
Okay, that counts.
Oh yeah,
That
I'm from
counts.
Huntington Park. Shout out. You're
What are you repping?
I grew up in North Hollywood.
Nice.
No,
No
no.
ho.
Where are you from?
I'm from East LA.
I'm from East LA, homie.
I'm from East LA.
The theme of tonight's event, honestly, is like basically growth. Like you see a lot of green shit. You see our mural. It's about growth. And I know y'all have had massive growth within the last year. But I want to hear a little bit if you can reflect on who you were a year ago and who that person looks like and how they've changed to the person we see today.
Individually or as a group?
You can do both, whatever you feel like.
Well, I think as a group, I could say first off, we were experimenting. We had some of us were already in a band together, so like we're already like adapted to each other's like style of like jamming. And then all of a sudden, like we got Adriana, we got Joe, we got Caitlin, and that created a whole new like dynamic. So that was like a whole new style. So I think that makes sense because in our first EP, we had, like we were like playing kind of freestyle. We had all these kind of different like styles of songs. And then when we released our new album, in the meantime, when they came along, and like it changed. Yeah, I'm just saying it changed.
I can see that. Yeah, like it added just new energy, new blood, new energy, right? Like into the
and like what we came up with, like we're all very happy with, and we're continuing to keep like growing as we did today. Like we played new songs.
And there's new music coming.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my
The
god.
grind doesn't stop.
The grind doesn't stop.
Never.
Yeah.
And
So
it's really cool when you're surrounded by like musicians that want to make new music, and like I think Caitlin was a great addition to the group, and we were very lucky. She's like
100%.
Yes.
she's super versatile, like she does so much, and it's just exciting to make music with new people, and like it's dope that it's under the name of the Altons. I love who I work with, and it's like
Love you, Jen.
it's very
Love you,
cool.
Caitlin.
Big
It's
love.
very
Joe.
cool that we're working together. We're making new music for everyone, whoever wants to listen.
Fuck yes.
And I gotta say, it for me as a fan, like, and as a friend, like, it's just been like so overwhelming. Just as like as a Sela creative, like to see y'all like blossom, and just like to see like like finally they're getting their like you guys are getting your due, and you're working with good people.
Thank you.
It's like I can tell you guys just look healthier. Like I know you're drinking, but like you look healthier. You look healthier, and you look happier. And that's what I love about the Altons. You know, there was a dude with like either braids or not dreads, with like braids out there, and he's vibing. It's just like, dude, like
He was
you would
dancing
never,
the whole
not
time.
sneaking up. You would never expect a dude looking like that to be fucking with your shit, and that I think speaks volumes about you.
And that's honestly what's happened a lot. Like there's people like of all creeds and everything that come and see, and they're like, dude, we're fans. Like and I'm like, well, I never would have guessed. Well, that's fucking awesome. Like,
By the
what's
way
your
you
name?
look,
like
I would've known.
I'm like, you look great. Like, dude, that's awesome. I love when people don't look a certain style and they're just like who they are and they dig the music. That means a lot.
When your album dropped, like I told this to Gabe, and I don't know if I've ever told all of y'all, but like when I first listened to it, it was like the first. It was like kind of listening to y'all for the first time because I stopped kind of hearing you as my friend's band, and I heard you like as a fucking band for the first time, and it was so beautiful. And it was like such a
I was
great.
in the
Great.
car when he first said that. I remember that.
That's
It was
awesome.
awesome, and it's just like it made me happy seeing the fruits of your labor fucking finally pay off.
honestly, dude, like for anyone listening, like we want people to challenge us. Like we need that. Like it keeps us like sharp. And for you to do that, to take the step back and be like, all right, like take the personal aspect out of it. Like they're my friends, and you know whatever they play, I'm gonna like no, like you know, give us your real criticism.
Exactly.
And that's exactly where we're at right now. Like we want to fucking take over the world, and
Yes.
so here we are playing these
Adrian's
songs.
like, oh, really?
She's like, I'm just trying to take over East LA.
That's just the beginning. And like with these people, we can do it. And that's where I am musically and spiritually. Like we have the right elements to create the like great things, you know?
You have the power to create greatness.
Great songs, in my opinion.
Well, I mean,
Like, everyone has an
anyone's
opinion, like-
we make songs, and
Exactly.
you decide whether you dig them or not. And
we're not
that's
we're not gonna please everyone. Nobody
true.
can ever please
Of course
anyone.
not.
It's true.
But what we create, I am so in love with. That's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of positivity going around, which I love. But a thing I also love is hearing successful folks like yourselves talk about the tough times and the tough moments. So can you talk about like
Oh my God.
like a
Oh
moment
my
as a
God.
band or as an individual in the band that it was just like really difficult to get over?
There's been so many times. There's been so many.
What's
times.
one that like really just stayed with you?
to just be
all
a
of you,
musician.
I want to hear from Adriana.
Go
And,
ahead.
and
Yeah.
Caitlin, what the hell?
Take it.
Caitlin, you say
You
something?
haven't said it. You haven't uttered a word.
She was there.
I
She
got
was
my
there.
own sock over here.
Each of you here. You get a mic.
I want to hear story time.
I don't know,
Take it from
man. A difficult time. I mean, it's being a musician in LA is hard. LA has seen everything, so it's like really hard to wow LA crowds. And like, there's moments where like you're playing your heart out, and people are on their phones, and it's like I don't hate on that because I'm on my phone, or like I'm recording things when I go to a concert because I want to record it so I could remember it, and I get that. But also it's like you look down and there's like phones or like things like that, and I'm like, are you really watching, or are you on your phone? And it's like that kind of beats you up a little bit. And it's just like I have definitely played to 3 people at a bar on like a Thursday or something like that, and that's like a blow to your ego if you want to talk about that. But like you make up for that like on another day, like let's say it's a Tuesday and people actually show up. So it's like it's win and lose. It's like you're not in this for just the good, you're in it because you like it. And it's like whether people show up or not, I'm still gonna sing that song. And like if they're there to see it, tight, and if they're not, It's the truth. You know what I mean? So it's like the hard times are always happening. It's like we're successful and like we're trying to do this and we're doing it as a group, and it's dope, and it's a project that we're doing outside of our day jobs. But it's hard, man. Every day is hard. It's like we chose this route, and it's not easy.
But it's been so fruitful, which is exciting.
Definitely. Like, we made so many friends. Like, all these people are super supportive. I'm not complaining in any way, but I'm just saying it's like, you know, it's real, you know?
What about you, Caitlin? As a musician, any tough times?
Tough times. Yeah, I mean, it's a long process of growth, of being where you feel like you want to be, and then when you think you're there, then there's the next phase of where you want to be. But I agree that there's ups and downs. I wouldn't have it any other way, whether I'm being paid or not. I'm gonna play drums. I'm gonna want to get together with people and play music, because what else is there? Honestly, like, this is what we live. This is what we live for.
I just want to say one thing to add to that. So I was recently at a Slayer concert, one of the last ones, with my homie, with my homie Adrian Morales. Thanks for the ticket, brother.
We saw the whole concert.
I posted it up. I posted all of it.
We were right there.
Point is, like, looking back on the video, like, I'm surprised you see it. How many people were on their phones, like, recording too, and not headbanging? I was headbanging
And recording?
Damn,
you're
so it was both.
revolutionary.
Basically, be a multitasker. You say that?
But-
what the fuck? And I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's true. But
What the?
But point is that even as such a big band, even to this day and age, you're gonna have these people who go to your show just to record you on their phone, doing whatever they want.
But I'm not
So,
saying that's a bad thing.
That's
I'm
not
just
a bad
saying-
thing. That's not a bad thing. So that's where we have to come in and, you know, step it up and, like,
It's just a rocky road.
I love Rocky.
Yeah,
that's
man.
just the times we're in right now too.
It's never easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it.
It's true. I think the most difficult thing is like having to miss a bunch of like gatherings with everybody else. Like, you commit your life to doing music. Like, so every weekend, like, I guess not unfortunately, but fortunately, like, all these things are like on the weekend. So that's when people
Hey,
play
I'm
music.
graduating. I'm having my party, blah, blah. I have a gig. And then, okay, well, let's meet up the next. I have a gig then too.
That's the truth.
And they're like, wow. And I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to like intentionally not go. Yeah, it's like I really have to do this because I've been working at it for years. So like, and they're like, okay, and then you're like, shit.
This is so true. Like,
You're like, I'm a dick.
That's
but
very
it's like,
true.
you dedicate things to certain things, and then they like going to the big shows, and they're like, wow, this is cool. And I'm like, okay, remember all the times I missed that? All of that was working towards this.
Yeah, when people were like, "Wow, you're actually like did something."
And I'm like, yeah, man. Like I've been trying.
So we talked about like who you all were. We talked about who you are now. Since we're talking about growth, we're gonna end this interview with talking about who do you want to be in like a year. What do you want to accomplish? Where do you hope to be in a year?
In a year, I want to keep being me, and I just hope to keep playing and go out to different cities, be able to spread our music to different places, and be able to perform in different places.
Why is being you so important?
Ooh, that's a good question. Fuck! Damn!
dang.
This is why they hired you, huh? I don't know. I feel like it's like, especially at this age. I'm not gonna say how old I am, 30. But at this age, I feel like I have a grasp of who I am, and I don't want to lose that. Like, I'm comfortable with who I am. I love who I am, and then no matter what happens within the next years, I want to keep growing as an individual, keep learning, but I want to stay true to who I am, and keep playing music.
In the next year, I want to keep playing music with all of them, like all of us. Like, we're the unit, we're the chemistry. Like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for, and I know we can travel the whole world. So I'm aiming big. I'm aiming for the stars.
Manifest.
The only way to go is to the stars.
But also, you know, like, stay true to each other and, you know, create. Like, I love what we're doing, and we'll just keep going.
Keep going.
Y'all better say something equally as cute.
Oh. Hold the sock.
Hold the sock.
Yeah,
Focus,
I
you
agree
suck.
with what they both said. My own unique contributions to music, just putting that on a bigger platform in recordings and different cities. I want to see more of the world. I want to keep, recording, coming up with new things, just staying creative, keep growing. I mean, it's all about just continuing to grow and using what I have and just keep building on it.
And as a band, I have to say, y'all all together look like the equivalent of a very happy married couple.
Thank you.
I think that's the right amount of ingredients mixed with that beautiful cello sound that y'all are known for. That's what makes the Altons, and that's why they're so
It's
special.
funny you say that, man. Being in a band is like being in a relationship. It's like you guys.
You guys wait for that. It's like I see the
He's
love
the
in your
wife.
eyes. Yeah, I see it. He
and I'm
is
like,
Yeah, come on. It's not that great all the time.
Like,
of course not. And it's like,
Top that shit off, Adrian.
I
Where
don't
do
know,
you
shit. I don't know if I can top that off, but like, I want to travel, man. I'm very much a traveler. I want to see the world, and I would like to see the world while playing music.
and I see that in all of us.
I see
see
that
all
too,
of
and
us
I feel like
ready
we
to
could
go.
do that together. It's like it's a hustle, and we're all hustling every day, and it's like trying to get the name out there and like non-stop just over posting and flooding our friends of like feeds. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry, but like it's like we believe in ourselves. I'm not sorry, but we believe in ourselves, and like I went to France and I got to play
Hell yeah.
music out there, and I had that moment of like, I want to do this shit.
You're like, this is it.
Like, I'm like, dude, I would love to travel and also play music because that's my gift. I don't know if people see it that way, but I would like to give that to whoever wants to listen. And like, I want to do that in the year to come
Perfect.
with these people.
So y'all better fucking listen to the Altons, to the Us podcast.
In the meantime, streaming now.
He's out now. Go stream
On
that shit.
Spotify.
And go watch
on
fucking I'll Be
Apple,
Around music
on
video
everything.
directed by this motherfucker right here.
Shit.
This motherfucker.
He's like, oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, you did
That was
that.
you.
that was you, huh?
Great.
Yeah, we go back.
But you guys also threw a great event, so you should be really proud, man. This event is tight.
Thank you.
It's cool, man. It's like everyone who's here, it's a neighborhood, and like people are really liking it. And the set, I mean, the lineup is tight. So congrats.
We are all dope as fuck.
You know what? We're dope.
Hella dope.
Let's cut this, please.
Dude, we're all connected. Like while we were just doing this, we started right. A quick little thing. We just interviewed the Altons before this, and they just talked about you guys. How like you guys were like neighbors, like studio neighbors and shit. You know?
And they're high school down the street, like
Bell High School,
yeah,
Doug. Bell High School alumni, 2012, homies.
06.
Oh, sick! That is fucking sick, dude. And we're here in the fucking hood.
Exactly, dude. So
doing
I was
it.
super proud to just like be playing with them and being in the space. Just like it all comes together, you know.
Absolutely, that's so
Yeah.
beautiful, man. What's up, everyone? Another interview right here. The penultimate interview. We have one more after this. We are here. Y'all know who we are. We are here with my Monogram. Motherfuckers. And y'all heard who my Monogram was. We were just talking about the Altons. They name dropped you foos. We were just talking about how we are all connected. I guess so we can get the other side of it. Like they've been talking about you guys have been grinding for a long time, you know? And so like, can you just talk about like, the whole theme of this event has been growth. So can you talk about who you were like a year ago compared to now? You can talk as a band or as an individual as well.
And before you answer,
Oh yeah,
I'd love to get an self-introduction.
yeah. What are
doing?
what are your names, homies?
My name is Edgar. I play guitar and do vocals for my Monogram.
My name is Billy. I do bass and vocals for my Monogram.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I do guitar and vocals for my Monogram.
Chris.
I'm Brian, and I do drums and no vocals.
Fucking big Chris energy right here. All right. Yeah. So now we can get into reminiscing about who you folks were a year ago. What's changed? Like how different are you from who you were a year ago?
Edgar, you want to start? Let's do it.
Fucking cut down on eating Takis like every day and shit. So that's a major change, yeah.
He'd be like hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos.
Seriously.
And Takis.
Put on some weight. That's
Hell
different.
Yeah. Dude, winter's coming.
I think one of the biggest changes really is, was it last year or the year before we released Ivory Hall? And then so this whole year alone we've been approaching releasing this upcoming EP and these couple singles. And this time around it's been a completely different approach. Like this time around we're playing a lot less shows, being a bit more picky and really just hitting the studio harder than before.
What's changed since then?
I think it's just experience really.
Yeah?
Yeah, like you're learning what to not do right or wrong.
Is it mostly through like, would you say that kind of like through like bad experience? They're like, all right, like for sure we're never making this mistake again, and that's just
Yeah, for sure.
And being more prepared when things start to roll out. It's like trying to stay a couple steps ahead.
Yeah.
We all do we do the promotions and like videos. We contact videographers all ourselves, so we do everything DIY. And so just kind of planning everything in advance and having everything ready to roll out. We try to organize things in general in an advanced state. And also Edgar's having a baby. So that's like we're so fucking happy for him. There's so much to talk about in terms of that, and like there's new feelings in the band. We're so happy for him. We're just in a general state kind of ecstatic for that, and it's like a new chapter in our lives. Even though it's a bigger chapter in Edgar's life. But yeah,
kind of.
No,
but it's like the band's having a baby.
No, honestly, it's like kind of like that because we've known Edgar for such a long time. I've known him for almost like 16 years, and so we grew up together in Bell. So it's fucking amazing. I'm super happy for him. I'm super happy for what's to come musically, and we're stoked to show that with the world. Honestly.
Hell yeah.
The Tracks music is a nice little.
We fucking love them. We played with them numerous times actually.
That's actually another studio neighbor right there.
Another studio neighbor.
We're actually all out of the same fucking building. Francisco Studios in Vernon.
Holy shit! No way! All you guys were there. The fucking
spot?
Yeah. No, not that one. The Francisco Studios, the one in Vernon. Yeah, on District.
Where the Altons were.
Yeah. Holy
right there,
shit,
man.
dude. That's crazy.
Oh, you guys were there too?
Yeah, and the Border Tracks, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. What about you, homie? How have you grown? Who were you a year ago compared to now?
I don't know, a lot of ways, I guess. But my head's always like in terms of this band. Like a lot of times, my head is in like the engineering sort of thing because I do a lot of the recording.
Nice.
He records all our singles and albums. Like
is he the guru, the mixing guru?
Yeah, he does. He spends most of the time with the band.
I'm okay, but the
humble.
The
your band has to like hype you up because you won't hype yourself up.
It's like all a learning experience, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's I don't know, but in that way, I guess like just figuring out like the way to. I mean, it'll change even going forward, but like just our process to like sit down and start recording.
Works right now, you know. It's just like this works right now. This is what feels right. This is what feels good right now. I'm gonna go in this direction.
Yeah.
Until it doesn't feel good.
I like that. So y'all talked about how like the band energy kind of has changed throughout the years and stuff. Like, I guess can you talk a little bit about like what brings about that change and like, I guess how do you handle like how do you have discussions about like, okay, I want to shift directions or like this is kind of where I want to go now with the band, and how do you do that?
All right, Edgar.
It's probably just like living and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Every day, I'm sure you learn something new. You apply it to your art, you know. It's life imitates art, vice versa and shit. So, more life experiences you go through, whether they be good and bad, I feel like that should reflect your art, and like that's where the vibes and everything goes, you know. Not necessarily it's always gonna be like uplifting or a downer, but I mean just keeping it real and being true to yourself and what you're putting out there, you know what I mean? Regardless of like just having no filter, you know what I mean? Not worried about judgment or whatever, just doing you know. And I think that's most important because when you're doing that, then you're always going to feel good up there, you know, because you're not really faking the funk or whatever, you know. So
It's so wild. We've done a bunch of these interviews, and everyone's been pretty much echoing the same sentiments as being you, do you, just do what makes you happy. Yeah. And I think that's the true growth. That is what level 2 is. That is what leveling up is. It's just being okay with who you are, and loving it.
Exactly.
And fucking and then owning it. It's first it's understanding it, accepting it, owning it.
Embracing it. Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
Just like that.
That's beautiful, man. Honestly. Yeah.
No, it's
what's
just
up.
like I feel
Honestly,
that. I feel that here. Like, you guys look so coordinated. Like it's weird. Like you just look like brothers. You know?
Y'all are like a like y'all have very family vibes. Y'all are very soft-spoken. Like it's really cool. Like I think me and Chris are just like not taken aback, but it's just like it's really nice, like being in front of like artists, you know, and you can just feel like the love for not just each other, but for like the band, you know, and for the love of the music. I think it's super cool.
So then my final question is like, how much is Edgar Baby's gonna get paid to be the merch guy?
Fuck, that's a good one. I'll get back to you, man.
All right, that's a good one. Hell yeah. So even though y'all seem calm, cool, and collected, I'm sure there's been some down moments of you guys as a band. Can you talk about how, like, I mean, I'm sure you've been grinding at it for so long. Obviously, like, no matter what happens, you're gonna keep going. But can you talk about like some of these tough moments that have come up for you guys as a band, and how you've overcome those tough moments?
Probably like opportunities and stuff. It's kind of hard to like put it into words and shit. But when I think most musicians like that are coming out of like spots like Southeast LA or East Los or South Central and shit or Watts, they've probably all gone through some of the similar things with booking. Like sometimes it's really hard to just land shit when you're starting out in general. Even now, you know what I mean? Like people won't give you a shot, but they'll give somebody out of Silver Lake who has like I'm sorry to drop that white privilege shit, but it's real. It's real.
It's real.
It's fucking real.
And that's why this nights like this are so important, because we're celebrating the brown. Like it doesn't matter. Like fuck the numbers. Like fuck all that shit. Like we don't even have the numbers, bro. But yet this is our event. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's about us as a people, not what our worth is to the outside fucking world.
Exactly.
And outside world meaning white people.
So just moving forward, regardless, you get me? Like not really letting that phase you. Because some people do get really like put down by that shit, but when you talk to people in any art field like that's something that comes up at some point in conversation when it gets real, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's probably something. But as you like just stop giving a fuck and keep going, like you kind of naturally gravitate towards those people, and those people vice versa, you know, you end up linking up. Kind of like we're here today and talking about the shit. You guys are passionate, the same thing, you know, you guys are on that same trip. So just keep going on your path, and eventually shit starts doors start to open, you know what I mean?
Surround yourself with like-minded creative folks.
Exactly.
And you're gonna be fucking fine, dude.
That's the key, dude. That is the key.
All of tonight, man, I've just been seeing bands just like coming up to each other being like, you're fucking dope, dude. It's like, no, you're fucking dope, dude. And like, that's just so beautiful to me that everyone here is just here to support each other, you know? 100%. That's fucking awesome. And so to kind of wrap this up, our final question that we've been telling every band is like, we've talked about where you came from. We're talking about who you are. How does the future look like? What do you want to accomplish in like a year? What do you hope to have done? Who do you hope to be in a year? And this is going to be individual growth as a band, whichever you choose.
Yeah.
I want to be a good ass dad. Yeah. And I just want to keep making jams, you know? That's it. That's it.
I want to be a better friend. Not that I'm a crappy friend or anything.
Everyone was just like,
but like I just want to, keep getting better all the time, you know?
Yeah, dude. I'm right there with you. I always aspire to be a better friend.
Self-progression is an important thing. I want to be a better songwriter, especially for these guys. Like I hold a very high bar with these guys. They are awesome songwriters, and I want to bring it whenever I have something ready for them. So definitely have that, and just be a better person in general, man. Like I always growing as a person, and just being kind and figuring out who you are is super important. So I'm looking forward to it. I honestly am.
Personally, something for next year for sure. I want to learn how to, give back more to the community and the people, in whatever way I can, and really just keep playing music. Like honestly, like whatever it is, just keep playing music.
Dude, and honestly, as a band, maybe to do more stuff like this, collaborate more together.
Like this event started in me and Chris's heads. It was just gonna be like a 24-hour party, you know, like just something to cap the year off. And then our producer Sarah came along, and then she's like, okay, let's like scale it down. Let's do it for like a purpose, you know, like. We always talk about like our community. It's like, how about we fucking give back to our community? You know, how about we fucking help people and use our platform and the people we know, because we've been just going through meeting all these amazing artists. It's like, let's fucking put our money where our mouth is and just fucking do this event to a night of just fucking growth, a night of just like love. And
really well, as you can see.
I think we
An awesome
succeeded.
night, seriously.
So thank. It's not over. Thank you so much for being a part of this night of love and growth.
Thank you for having us.
And thank y'all for listening. Listen to my Monogram. Listen to the Us podcast. And we'll be back for our final interview. Thanks, y'all. Okie dokie.
I'm gonna suck.
If you smell,
I'm gonna suck you, bitch.
Wow, that's a pretty great intro. Hello.
Welcome back.
Smell what the rot is
cooking.
Dude, and welcome
good.
back to the final interview of the night for
Jabroni.
the Us podcast. Holy shit, man. I don't know about y'all, but we're fucking tired, man. It's been a fucking
What time are you
long
here, man? It's like 1 o'clock or something.
Well, we were here last night till like 2 in the morning, and then we were here like at 10 in the morning.
Let me paint my day for you. Here till 2 in the morning. I work at fucking Tierra Mia now, so I have to get up at 6 a.m. I have to get up at 5:30.
You make coffee?
Yeah, I have to make coffee.
With
So
the
I fucking
cinnamon and shit?
yes, sir. I'm fucking making frappes and motherfucking lattes. So goddamn 12:30. The event's already started, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking tired. And I'm like, you know what? I love this event so much. I respect the fucking track so much. I'm not gonna get high. I'm like, I will be sober this entire fucking day so that when I see them, I can fucking look them in the eye and give them a straight question.
Can we get high now?
Now I'm high. It's been a long day, but nonetheless, y'all, like, what a fucking pleasure to have you. Angel and I have been fans since fucking earlier this year, and you guys had a fucking awesome show.
Hell yeah.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling now? Especially with the way it ended. Who wants to talk about the way it ended? Because I think the way is such a killer.
It was dope, man. You said it. I loved it because.
The ending.
Like Jimmy was like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh yeah, like
the adrenaline rush.
in the last song, my bass pedal. So this is the drum, and the bass pedal punctured, and it got stuck, and I was like fucking kicking it. Yeah, so it punctured the fucking skin, and I was like, dude, like
I'm like pissed off. Like keep it going, man.
yeah, he's like, keep it going, and like I get the cue from this guy, like keep it going, like,
And he keeps it going.
I tried,
And then I realized, oh, it's fuck. It's okay.
yeah, so I fucking turned it around, and I'm like, I just unleashed the beast, and
You did.
And then we all fucking start fucking it up,
That's
man.
exactly how I would describe it, unleashing the beast. I was just like, what the hell's going on?
I was like, fucking work, fuck my life.
And I can give you a play-by-play. I'm there. I'm filming because I'm like, Vinicius on the fucking floor. This looks badass. So I'm filming.
You were on the floor?
He jumps back on stage. By that point, he's like, sorry, I was like, we're gonna have to stop. And then you guys show what's going on. And out of nowhere, he's like looking at it, and then. And I was like, I'm not even like focused on it. I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Dude, someone got punched right now.
And then Vinicius just like, bah, bah. And I was like, whoa.
They don't call him Benny Balboa for nothing.
Benny Balboa. That's going right here. Bing, Benny Balboa.
Benny Balboa. It's a coin term.
One hit KO.
One hit wonder.
That's fucking awesome. So the thing we've been asking every band today, so the theme of today has been growth, and we've been asking people to reflect on who they were a year ago and what's changed since then, either you as a person, you as a band. Tell us about that.
A year ago.
Yeah.
Well, you probably.
It's probably gonna have to be death.
You probably changed a lot.
Thinking about death.
Oh, okay.
Ever since I started thinking about death, I've just been wanting to record as much as possible and try and make the best music I can possibly make. You know. So that was the change in my life.
What brought on you thinking about death more?
I guess it's probably when I hit 30. You're
And 30? You're 30?
When I started acting, because
this is news for all of us.
I started acting in this play.
Wait, what?
So I started acting in this play called Always Running, and my character Willow, eventually later on in the play, he goes into a different territory, and they kill him and they run him over and over again. Yeah. And so I feel like I experienced death already in the play, so it got me thinking about it, and I've been wanting to write the best music this year.
Yeah.
That's my change. And I left my girl.
Dude, as is the case with all of us, bro.
I'm a single man now.
Dude, Chris can tell
It hurts. It hurts a lot, man.
I would say maybe
Hey,
some.
no, yeah, I don't want to go over what he just said. I want you to know. I know you kind of just said. I know we're having a good time, but I hear you and I feel you. And dude, when it's over, it's gonna feel so good. Like you have that to look forward to. Like it's gonna feel more better than how much it hurt. You know. It can't hurt you as much as good as getting over it, and being a completely changed person will make you feel, bro. Trust me. Yeah, I know. I get it, bro.
So anyway,
dude, that first show was fucking sick when you punched it. Like,
That was all that aggression.
Yeah, dude.
by the way, I have to say, your name's Jimmy?
Yeah.
Bro, you look like Jimmy Fallon. Does anybody tell you that?
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. We got.
Oh shit!
We got brown Jimmy Fallon.
I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah, there's Jimmy Fallon that drinks and shit.
Everyone else, a year ago, what's changed? How are you different?
I would say
Tell us.
this year, earlier this year, me and Benny were hanging out a lot, and I don't know. I guess I've been writing a lot more. Well, we've been writing a lot more, like music and stuff. So that's probably what really like changed. Like it was like a big boost. I don't know if it was the whole play going on or what, but something.
You kicked it into overdrive.
It was the saxophone, and then I fucking smashed it on accident. So
it was an accident.
I wish I could have brought it tonight, but
it was an accident.
You're just like, dude, just keep fucking smashing things. I'm sorry. You're too strong.
It's in the heat of the moment, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like.
That's why I think it felt like such a big moment, at least to me, like capturing that. And I showed it to my friend because we were like, did you film that? And I showed him and it was like, this feels like just some like special moment. There was no other way I would have wanted it to end, you know? Because everyone pretty much like, you know, ended and they said, okay, thank you, goodbye. But not for the tracks. Not like that.
When the first time I ever saw you guys live, the thing that stood out to me, aside from how good you guys were,
Where was that?
How you where at?
Where?
When you guys did the Echo residency.
The residency, yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
You know why we came? Can I tell you why we came?
Go tell them the story.
So
bro.
our whole plan was, dude, there's a really fucking great band called The Treks that has a residency at the Echoplex. I was like, cool, let's go see them. And he's like, yeah, I want to try to hit them up. He's like to do a music video with them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there. We watched y'all play, and the show was over. You guys were like, you know, breaking down. And me and Angel are sitting there, and people are like approaching, you know, you guys and stuff, but it's not a heavy flow of people. So I said, Angel, you should go talk to you. He goes, nah. I'm like, no. I said, like, go talk to him, Angel. I said, like.
Now we just yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Did I get your number? No, I think I just told you, I was like, I'll hit you up on Instagram.
You like text me
guitars. Stop.
Hey, I like your shirt, dude. What is that?
That shirt is fucking fire.
Yeah, that's just sick.
It is a fire shirt. It's a pretty fire shirt.
Like, you're matching the fucking balloons back there and shit.
With the balloons.
Get the balloons. Get the balloons. Get the
pretty
balloons
good.
in
That's
here.
actually
Get the
pretty good.
balloons.
Yes.
Wow. MVP.
Yeah, you know what?
MVP.
It's been a fucking successful show, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's been a fucking successful. Oscar, do you even see it? Yeah? Okay.
All right, then we're gonna hold it right in front of me.
Back here.
Put the shit out.
Yeah, that's a nice backdrop.
You guys have such like the only way I can describe it is like random energy. You know, like I don't know what to expect from any one of you, and like everyone feels so differently. Do y'all feel like that in terms of like your band dynamics? Like how would you describe each other?
Yeah, I bet.
More spontaneous.
We just like keeping
Very
it interesting, you know. Like it has to have some substance that just like entertains us as well as for the audience. You know, so we like keeping that up in some aspects.
Definitely. Come in.
It's been very organic, you know, like we never even thought about playing music this long.
I don't know if anyone parked on the parking lot. It's on the side right there for the artists. The homeowner wants to close the gate. So if anyone's parked there, please move your car.
Say one last word. Just one.
I gotta move my car, man.
Hell yeah.
Good word.
We'll be here. We'll be
Rookie.
Here.
We'll be here holding it down.
All right. Just got cozier.
So you said you like keeping it interesting, like the.
Yeah, that was interesting. He's gone.
Like, who would have expected that?
Cool, you know, in our way, like that's how we deliver, like what we, I don't know, our brains just work in some fun, beyond ordinary way.
You guys are pretty mythological. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm high or just because like there's so much randomness that's just been happening with you guys, but like it's hypnotizing.
We think a lot.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know.
I feel the brain power.
Channeling all the aggression, you know,
Yeah,
from
man.
work and like just driving in traffic. And
We've known each other for a long time.
Traffic fucking sucks.
Yeah, man. I have the 805 shit, and I'm just trying to break free from that shit. You know.
You said you've known each other for a long time. Have you been playing music and all that time?
Yeah, man.
Really?
Just playing music.
Since at what age, if I could ask?
How old were you? Like 18, 19?
Yeah.
18, 19, 17? This guy was like 15.
Dang, you moved your car that quick?
How old were you, Santana, when we first met? Like 16? 15?
I think 17.
17.
So
We're
if
young, yeah,
a group of 17-year-olds started a band right now, what would you guys tell them?
To
like
shut the
in terms
fuck
of
up.
like to be
Keep the drinking to a minimum.
Yeah, stay
And
focused.
if you want to
Stay
make
focused.
this something that's truly something cool that you can make like consecutive albums over and over again, just like cut back on the drinking and do your homework when it comes to like music. And
I hate homework.
Keep going.
music
Don't,
and- do your homework as far as like you know
Don't get discouraged.
who inspired who. Like Pink Floyd
Yeah.
started with Sid Barrett, and then after that, who inspired Sid Barrett? Like Lead Belly, and then like you just keep on digging and digging, just keep on
Just
digging.
don't listen to Def Leppard.
And try to keep drugs and drinking to a minimum.
All you Def Leppard fans just got
Yeah.
roasted. Dude.
Stay focused and don't waste your time on
They're roasting me, man. I like Def Leppard.
Chop off your
We might be seeing the end of the band finally. Like just like, hey, dude, you like Def Leppard, I don't.
Have
man.
the tracks reach the end of their track? Oh, I need my shades. Have the
A
tracks
lot of people have been asking
reach
that.
the end of their track?
Ta-da-na-na-na.
What are you gonna
Dude, I don't know, bro. Random
Random Kings.
Wait, that's
Random
Thug Life.
Kings.
Yeah, Thug Life.
Dude, I fucking love you guys.
Hey, man, I
honestly.
want my friend to come in here too, man.
Oscar! We finally got it in! Oscar! Oscar finally made it.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen Oscar La Hoya fight?
I've seen one. Yeah.
Hey, Oscar, how did it feel performing tonight, like in front of all those people?
Wait, you performed?
No, he didn't.
He's performing right now, man.
Well, he kind of was performing for. In all seriousness, he's been working all day.
That's true, dude.
Filming, taking behind the scenes footage, capturing you guys playing. How does he look? How does he look?
Old enough.
I want to say 16.
Wow.
I mean, you got that 5 o'clock shadow, so it's
Oh,
gonna
that's
be
right,
like
that's right. I say 19.
19. Wow.
20.
22.
Close.
Yeah, been into his
It's
closest.
23.
Yeah.
23, ba-boom.
23.
5 o'clock
You're
shadow,
killing
bro.
it. Dude, you're killing it.
I think we're all killing it. Let's fucking give let's give some props to all of us tonight, cause like we're here. Holy shit! And so we're wrapping up the fucking night, so we can either go home or keep partying. I don't know which one we're gonna do yet. But the final question that we want to talk to you guys about.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes. We talked about who you guys used to be. We talked about who you are now. What does the future look like for you guys? What do you hope to achieve in like a year? Who do you hope to be in a year? What do you hope to have done in a year?
Quit our fucking jobs.
Yeah. Quit your fucking jobs. 2020. Quit your
Aside
fucking
from quitting our
jobs.
jobs, we want to make it seem. We don't want to, cause like I think the first album kind of had like a little commercial sound to it, and we wanted to do that because like you know we wanted to like make some good music that could be like played on the airwaves and shit, you know. So I think the second album's definitely gonna be a lot darker and it's gonna
It's more raw.
it's gonna talk about the times a little more, and it's not gonna be as cute as the first one.
Damn it!
I like that. No, I like that. I like that.
You said, damn it, you want the cuteness to continue.
Damn it! I like cute. Now,
Just like your shirt, bro.
Hey, there's gonna be some cute songs.
There's still some
okay,
cute
then
songs.
I'm happy.
We got cuteness.
Sick.
In there.
I'm good with that.
We're
looking forward to
half dark, half cute.
Second album.
Sounds like me.
Second album.
Sounds like all of us.
Sounds like exactly. Sounds like all of us. Because all of us, bro. This is the event that finally united the tracks, the Altons, mine, Monogram, Welfair on the same
great,
bill.
man.
This is us, I think, at the peak of like the new horizon. It's like we finally made it on the top. Now it's time to go to the other
it's just
side.
snowballing down, bro. And we're all in this shit together.
All of us. All of us.
It's gonna be 2020.
Cool, man.
2020,
bro.
And
Let's
just
capture
like
this.
that,
Captain
fucking
Planet.
2020, dog. We're calling it the
Captain
year of that brown people finally fucking get what? What do we get?
Awareness.
Awareness. Fuck yeah.
Safety, love, respect.
Man for life.
No, our name.
No, our name.
Gingerbread boys.
Just not even awareness musically, awareness politically, awareness like with your neighborhood, awareness what's going on with your surroundings, like, cause like all this gentrification shit's going on. Like, they're taking our opportunities away, you know, and that's how I feel about it. Just a little taste of the heart.
And we won't stop till they're all fucking dead.
Holy shit.
Well, we gotta use our brains, you know.
Use our fucking brains. He's like, I'm dead.
What I hope for 2020 is like kids in like high school and shit get like the electives that they actually want to take.
Yes.
You know?
Oh yeah, man. Fuck.
No, and not like, oh, that class is full. Oh, fuck your fucking class is
Fuck
full.
that. And
Open
teachers
up another
telling you that
class
you
and
can't
get
do that
another
fucking
teacher that teaches
elective.
the same shit.
Yes.
Sir. That's one less detention room, bitch.
Dude, big changes are coming 2020, and you're fucking hearing it for the first time right here.
Yeah,
So,
they just knocked down the art building in Roosevelt.
fuck you, Roosevelt, for
Fuck
knocking that
you.
Oh,
shit down.
We were like the guinea pigs in Roosevelt. Like, hey, you're gonna have 4 periods. Hey, never mind, you're gonna have 8 periods now.
Fuck, they were.
Yeah, like.
Hey, I'm gonna split you up and send you to another campus. How do you like
they
that,
sent
huh?
this fool to another school. Like,
Nah, that guy's
Oh, no.
C-Track. I don't talk to him.
Yeah, dude, fuck C-Track.
Dude, A-Track?
A-Track? Fuck C-Track.
Yeah, dude.
That's me, boy.
All right, we're about to fight, right? We're about to have an after-school rumble, A-Track versus B-Track.
You're not gonna want to look at
right?
it. It's not gonna be pretty.
All right.
We'll see you next
Thank
time.
you so much for fucking tuning in with an interview of the tracks.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Too bad.
A-Track? A-Track? A-Track?
MVP!
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. Thanks for listening to another fucking awesome episode of the Us Podcast. Level 2. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow at the Chris Carmona.
You can follow me at Angel I Salinas _.
Make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at Us Podcast and check out our YouTube channels because we really need that support from y'all right now.
Like, listen to us on Stitcher, literally anywhere you can get your podcast.
You literally have no fucking excuse not to listen to us, bitch.
Welfair, then come back here.
Sorry, John, but we got other things to do.